Only on 12 News, a Valley Uber driver is being credited with putting an alleged pimp behind bars. Police say this man, Mark Moore, asked the driver to take one of his, quote, girls to a local resort with some drugs.
But little did he know, an undercover bust was waiting for them at the end of the ride. Team 12's Monique Griego joins us from the Live Alert Center with a story you won't see anywhere else. Monique?
Uber drivers are trained to recognize the signs of sex trafficking. Now, this driver says once he suspected that Moore was prostituting the women, possibly against their will, he knew he had to do something. A Valley man goes from Phoenix Uber driver to undercover police informant.
He had explained to me that he had been doing this for 17 years and at the time had 5 girls that he was moving around.
This driver, whose identity we're concealing, says it started when Mark Anthony Moore, a potential customer, struck up a conversation with him at a local hotel.
Right away he said, well, if you're driving Uber, maybe you can help me transport my girls around at night when I'm tired.
Unsure of what that meant, the driver says Moore took him to a nearby room.
There were 2 younger girls in the bed, and when they sat up, the look of fear that I saw on their faces hit me.
The driver says he knew something wasn't right, so he notified Phoenix police. Detectives set up an undercover sting with the driver at the center of it.
There was never a time when I said, no, I don't want any part of this.
Court documents show Moore asked the driver to pick up one of his girls and some illegal drugs before heading to a North Phoenix resort. Moore had no idea the driver was in constant contact with investigators who were also tailing them.
There was a level of adrenaline that was pumping, but at this point I was so focused on making sure that we didn't do anything to lose this guy.
At the hotel, investigators allege Moore took the woman to meet an undercover cop in the lobby, offering him sex with the woman for $300 and some methamphetamine. When Moore returned to the parking area, police pounced.
To see the sheer enormity of the response, at least 20 Phoenix police officers there, armed in tactical gear.
Officers arrested the suspect, telling the driver the women Moore allegedly controlled would now be getting the help they need.
Seeing these girls and the fear on their faces and thinking, what if that was my kids? You know, would I want somebody to open their mouth and say something?
And Moore is now facing several charges linked to prostitution and drugs. Monique Griego, 12 News.